Hi, everyone, and welcome to the B Show. I am your girl, Deborah Voltaire Calange, and today is Thursday. I, I don't understand why he's always in my shot. I really need to get Suge Knight out of my life. Welcome. Let's do this again. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the B Show. I am your host, Deborah Voltaire Calange. Today's Thursday, Friday Eve. Let's talk. Let's discuss what's popping. I look cute. May delete, may save for later. So much is going on in the world today, and I felt like today is a good day for our numerous topics that we're going to discuss. But over the weekend, my Suge Knight and we were talking to a bunch of different couples about different things. And another thing that we were talking about was just like with some of our single friends and some of our married friends, it's like dating, right? It's so different now. And the things that I hear and it's like the way people even go in like your DM or my DM and like how they hit you up, ballsy, but also like weird. So I wanted to discuss with my girl, my cousin, Vanessa Etienne. She will be on the show. And with Manny, if you watched the previous B show, let me just back it up. I feel like I'm like in your face. But then if I go too far, you can't see my beautiful face. Ew. Ew. So what are we gonna do? Um and I want to talk to them because they're on two different spectrums about dating and where where we started and where we here, like a little Drake. And then we're going to do sports talk with Anthony Mullen. If you've been watching the sports hit list right now, he may be in the doghouse, but I love a person that causes a little trouble and shake things up. So we're going to bring back a little sports talk today to talk about that. And we're in the middle of playoffs and everything is crazy. I would like to give a little shout out to my team, Miami Heat. We are fortunately out of the playoffs. Like, what a difference a year makes. Last year, we were in it. We were like, what? Pretty sure that we may have been able. I didn't think they were going to make it to the conference. Is that what it's called? But I did think there was maybe a chance. And if they did make it to the conference, no, I thought maybe they could make it to the conference, but I knew no way whatsoever that they were going to be able to beat the Lakers. They didn't make it that far. I want to blame Hero because he just had a baby and like he's not focused. But oh no, he didn't have a baby. Did I just spill some tea? His girl's pregnant. Anyhow, so this year they did not make it as didn't even make it past like round one, and it's what are you gonna do? But I gone fishing because that's what they say. Instead of fishing, I've joined other members of the NBA, like the Knicks, Ziggy, and Celtics, Carl. I think also Miami Heat, we have like Andreas. So we have other couple of people. We doing what we got to do, and we're gonna enjoy our time off and regroup and how to make our team better and stronger. So we're gonna talk a little bit with Anthony about that because of right now his team is in the playoffs, but if they don't make it to game 6 against the Suns, I don't really know how far they're going to make it. And someone fact check me if I'm wrong. Let me see if I go in the comments. The Suns is who they're playing against tonight for game 6, and that is Kendall Jenner's boyfriend. So if the Kardashian curse is real, they won't make it. But we'll find out tonight, right? I'm pretty sure it's the Suns. I'm pretty sure that's tonight. So also another thing is, oh, we could hear myself. I apologize. Another thing that I want to also say is that having Vanessa on our show, I like to start off my shows. Well, I like to try to start off my shows with having a professional profile spotlight. Someone, I don't know who I borrowed that phrase from, but so when Vanessa comes on, before we talk about dating and everything along those lines, we're going to also talk about her little flower business. And I don't mean to say like little, like, I'm just saying like, a little business that she has. And I just love people who are doing something with themselves during COVID. My phrase on this is that we all have the same hours of Beyonce, and we need to make something of ourselves, something to leave to our children. Like my husband says, a legacy. And I, for one, am one person who is kind of, believe it or not, a little shy, but during COVID, realizing like, people have been telling me before COVID, I would say before the pandemic, like, you should have a podcast, you have a podcast. And I guess it took COVID for me to be like, this is something that I could do. So I'm excited. And next week's show, it's going to be something to tune into because the sport hit list guys and I'm the only female on the team, but I like a real finish the words. We have a big, big announcement and you need to tune in next Thursday. It's like going to be breaking news. So if you care anything about the sports hit list, if you care anything about Smoking Mirrors, if you care anything about Falco's show and the B show, you guys need to tune in. It's gonna be some breaking news. Okay? Let's see. We're just waiting for Vanessa to come on in, but I got the gift of gab, so I could talk for another minute or two. I want to know, I'm reading the comments. I would like to know what you guys are up to this weekend. Carl and I have a ritual that we started that we go to the same bar every Friday night, or try, if we miss Friday, we go Saturday, but we've been sticking with Friday. And they just announced that if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. So I'm really, really excited about that. Let's see. I think Vanessa has entered the chat. I'm excited about that. All right, let's get this. My cousin Pascal just sent me the craziest thing. I'm sorry, I had to read it. Okay, so let's welcome Vanessa Etienne to the B show. Let's get a round of applause. I don't hear you guys clapping. Hello, welcome. Oh, I like your shirt.
Thank you.
I like it a lot, and it's perfect for this month for Pride.
Exactly. That's exactly why I chose it.
Yes, for Pride Month and for Juneteenth.
Exactly. Yep.
What a good. All right, girl, you got yourself together. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Vanessa Etienne to the B Show. Thank you so much for coming. I truly appreciate it.
No problem, Deb. I'm happy to be here.
Sorry, I'm getting a little thirsty. So for those who may not know you and what you're about, please give them a little intro.
My name is Vanessa Etienne. I'm from Boston, and I currently am an executive assistant at a pharmaceutical company. But on the side, I actually do floral design. My handle on Instagram is La Fleur et le Papillon. Okay. I actually named it after my name, which means butterfly, and my sister's name, which means flower.
Oh, I don't see where my name fits, but I'll let it go.
I'll edit it and put B in there for you.
Thank you. Just like in parentheses.
Yeah.
So that's very, very nice. I am Haitian, obviously, but I didn't even think. I just thought flower.
Yeah, I had to get creative on them.
No, that's a good one. So I know you said you're an executive assistant. Excuse me. But on the side, you are also, like you said, you have your own business.
I do.
So
I
tell us
do,
a
yeah.
little bit about how you started this business.
So in 2017, I actually got laid off from a company I was working with. And, like getting laid off during the holidays is really depressing. And it's funny, actually, my chiropractor,
I mean, I know
who I
about it. Go
was,
ahead.
who I was seeing, he gave me some hours to work his front desk just to make some extra money. And he suggested I take a personality test. Super random, but he just said, maybe you need to find something new to do. And took the personality test, and it turns out one of the things I like could be doing is floral design. So I signed up for classes at the Rittner School in Boston, and here I am today.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Send me that if you can.
I definitely will.
That's I would like to know what I'm meant to be doing. Living in a mansion,
Yeah, you're
living
supposed
my
to be
best.
a reality superstar, Deb.
Oh well, thank
Definitely.
you. You know that's a great dream, girl. Don't gas me up like that. So you took this test and then you went to this, and I didn't even know that. I actually was like seeing your flowers. I'm like, maybe this was just like something like you just started and it became like, like a hidden talent that you didn't know,
Yeah.
but kind of
No,
was.
yeah, it definitely was. Like I did some designs before, but like not on the scale of what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So like I was sad I got laid off, but grateful that it was a blessing in disguise.
Agreed, because it led to something bigger and better. And I always
Exactly.
say it's so much better to do a job that you like, right?
Exactly. Yep.
I apologize, sorry. So when did you start going to the class?
I started going in February of 2018.
Oh wow. So you've
Yeah.
been doing this for almost 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
I'm not good with math. That's so cool. What made you come up with this idea?
um Honestly, what made me came come up with it was
I'm sorry to
when
cut
it's
you off because you could have just went for the classes for fun, but you became like this became a business for you. So what kind of shifted your mind saying instead of being for fun, I'm going to do this as a business? That's what I mean. I'm sorry.
so what inspired me was so the year before I actually ran the New York Marathon to raise money for lupus. And I was getting ready to run the Chicago Marathon that year in 2019. And I was trying to figure out something creative to do as far as like, raising money. And I actually did a fundraiser for Valentine's Day and one for Mother's Day doing floral designs. And I think for Valentine's Day, I ended up selling almost 75 pieces, which is
Wow.
crazy. Yeah. And for Mother's Day, I did 40, which is pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, with that, and then actually doing one of my friends' weddings, it definitely inspired me to say, like, hey, I actually could do this as a side hustle.
Right. How hard was this to execute your ideas though? To be like you said, it just started as a little fun thing, and then let me see if I could do this here and do this here. But how hard was it for you to actually like execute? Like you're like, all right, I need to get these flowers. I need to go to this florist and do this. And when someone asks for this kind of order, like make sure I have all the things that they asked for. How hard is that process?
It's actually not that difficult because like people come to me with like exactly what they have in mind and their inspirations. They show me pictures and I kind of try to mimic what the pictures look like.
Yeah.
And a lot of my customers have been family and friends. So it's definitely like they're easy to please because they
Yeah.
already love me, which is definitely good.
That's what they say.
You love me, Deb.
Have you had anyone that was a little difficult or maybe a little challenge?
Um, I definitely will say my very first wedding was challenging, not because of the like the couple, because the couple they were awesome. Like they're two friends I actually met at a previous company. but it was just, I've never done that scale
That's what I was
before.
thinking. Yeah. And to
So
have the help, everything, the vans. Yeah.
exactly. So I was definitely blessed to have my sister, her husband, and my fiance help me set up and like get me through that day.
Due to COVID, what were some precautions that you had to deal with?
I definitely did some deliveries, dropped them off, and let the person know who was ordering it that the flowers were at the door. I definitely mask up. I would wear gloves. I, Purell between delivery. So I was definitely taking a lot of precaution.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now, for someone who may want to join this line of business or is thinking about it, what are some tips that you can give to them?
Definitely like watch a lot of YouTube videos because that is like where you can learn the most.
Yeah.
Pinterest is your best friend for inspiration and like pictures, combining different colors. Like it's definitely like my best friend right now.
What is the hardest lesson you had to learn?
Don't leave flowers out when it's super icy cold.
Oh, yes, yes. Or maybe even when it's hot, right? So like,
Yeah, exactly. I actually had a funeral spray that I was making, and it was in, I believe, early March, but it was nice enough where I could do the design outside, but I kept going back and forth and it got too cold. And when I brought it inside, the arrangement overheated
oh
and
my
then
goodness.
some of the flowers died. But
If you could go back and tell yourself something like this is going to occur to you, but you just have to like breathe, what would it be? I can't hear you.
Can you
Oh,
hear me now, Deb?
yep.
Okay, yeah,
Did you
my
hear what I said?
no, I did it. My headphones went out, of course.
Oh, okay. If you could go back, like before you were going to start this, now of everything that you learned, what is something you would tell yourself? Like this may happen, just you got it, just calm down.
Yeah, like first thing, if I knew about this like skill I had since I was younger, I definitely would have taken college classes for business, so I could have started a business earlier.
But
But
it's never too late.
exactly, it definitely isn't too late. But the other thing that I learned is like just know like schedule as much time as possible as you can so you can make it,
Pre-plan.
yep, plan ahead, make it as perfect as possible, and get as many helpers as possible.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Help is very needed on a scale like this.
yeah, definitely.
So just to switch the topic,
Hmm.
you also doing this flower
Yeah,
business, right, has helped you meet your fiance. Am I correct?
yes, it definitely did.
So your business, something that you so literally look at God. So you some may say, okay, you got fired, right? So you
Yeah,
got fired, then you met someone that told you take this test, which led you to start your business and do something that you like. And you do also have a full-time job, but you started doing your flower, started dating on a dating app, which led you to your fiance. I just
exactly.
want to say no, when you think about it, right? Like something that started like so long ago led you to where you are now.
Yeah, and I'm so thankful that like the chain of events happened.
I'm very thankful, and I'm not even the one engaged. So, can you tell us a little bit how you met him?
So I met my fiance Dixon on Bumble. I was on some dating apps for a while, and you gotta kiss a few frogs until you meet your prince.
Oh,
So I met Dixon on Bumble, and I had mentioned to him that I was doing a fundraiser for Mother's Day, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I need flowers for my mom for Mother's Day." And in my mind, I'm like, you're just trying to meet me in person, but that's okay. Like you're
get a little
cute.
business at the same
Yeah,
time. Yeah.
exactly. I'm raising that money. He's cute. Like it's sweet to, do something for your mom. So I made the arrangement for him, and I scheduled all my deliveries, made sure he was the second to last. That way I could, chat him up a bit.
Okay.
And then 2 years later, we're getting married in October.
Look at that. So I have Manny on standby. He is, I'll let him tell us his story and his journey of dating. But I just wanted to have someone both people who use dating apps. And I also wanted to have people who may feel discouraged, like this may lead to nowhere. And to see your version and how things turned out with the female, and then hear his version of how it turned out with the male. I don't know where his relationship status is, but he will let us know. But I
Okay.
did do a show earlier with him, and he was saying how hard it was to date. So we'll see. This is kind of like a recap of Manny's life.
All right.
Hi, Manny. You may need to. Oh.
It's all over the
Lean with
place.
it, rock with it.
Good evening. Good evening. How y'all doing today?
Hi, Manny. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Always looking
Always
fabulous
good
as
to
always,
see
Deb.
you.
I see you.
Thank you. So I said this is kind of like a recap, because I remember we were talking maybe 6 months ago, 4 months ago, and how dating has changed.
Yeah, it
And
definitely
I
has.
feel like this is like a recap of Manny's dating life, like the dating show. And my beautiful cousin over here. Oh, can you, if I point this way? Okay, there. Like that. There you go. She met her fiance through Bumble, and I kind of just wanted to talk to the both of you and also give maybe my insight of things that I've heard, or things that, being a married woman for so long, and kind of also an inspiration to other people because of what I hear, how complicated and hard it could be. And like I said, she's engaged now, and she met her fine man on Bumble. I don't know your current status, so you can inform us where you stand. And just an open chat, a little open forum.
All right.
Don't seem
First
too
off,
nervous.
nah, never that. I got ice
So
in the veins.
give us the update on where you stand.
Well, first off, let me just say congratulations, Vanessa, on your
Oh, thank
engagement
you, Manny.
and stuff. Wish you nothing but blessings. As
Thank
well
you,
as you,
Manny.
Deb and Carl. Wish you guys the best as always. You guys are examples of true love.
Oh,
So
thanks, man.
I respect that. Yeah, no problem. Currently, not really doing nothing. I mainly been focusing on myself. I mean, from the last time we spoke on the first episode, um, I was trying dating websites and stuff, and just like some women I've met on there, some were great, some just we had a connection, but it just didn't continue on. I felt like on dating websites, people just lie on their profile and stuff like that. Where it's like, oh, okay, like you can lie about little details. Like there was sometimes like they have like if you have kids, sometimes like people will say no, they don't have kids, and then they feel like they'll tell you later on when things get actually like you guys start getting closer. Exactly. So it's like if you're lying on a profile, then that's basically like social media. You just front it from the gram pretty much if you think about it. It's like, oh yeah, I live this lavish life. I love to travel and this and that. But the only place you travel to was like Jersey or Staten Island or something. Like
Yeah.
nothing far. So it's like, okay, you put these pictures of you going to like the Bahamas or Jamaica and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. You like to travel. We got some common interests. We talk. It's pretty much like based on connections. Like if you could vibe with somebody,
Yeah.
like that's great. If you can talk every day about different things, like that's awesome. And try to continue it, but also do little spontaneous trips and stuff like that. Do little things like the Fever app I actually downloaded, and they have constant events coming up. Like I just went a couple weeks ago. I went to the Cause event that they had, KAWS, based on an artist from Jersey, but they had it at the Brooklyn Museum. I went with a friend, and it was great. We had a great time. We talked about a bunch of stuff. Actually, the thing in the background, that's actually Snoopy, but it's bundled up like a jigsaw puzzle in a way. It's pretty
Nice.
dope.
So you were
Also,
saying
like,
that like some people lie, right? And I have a thing where I say like everyone is for somebody. If you don't like me, somebody else will. So why do you have to like fake the front? But then on the flip side, someone may not know like where this may lead. So they're like, well, I don't really have to tell you everything.
mhm. No, it's true. I mean, again, there are people that are honest, and there are some that people just don't. And like writing a profile about yourself, you really don't want to talk about your, like, if you're a person like me, like you don't like to talk about yourself, or like you don't know how to describe yourself, you
Yeah.
can always rely on your friend or your brother or your sister, or somebody very close to you that can actually write the profile for you if that's the case. Sometimes, you can joke around and stuff like that. That usually works. There are some people that are just bland
I
and just be
never
like,
heard of
"Oh,
that.
hey, my name is such and such. I'm from New York." That's it. Like,
Well,
okay,
maybe some
what
people are
else?
shy, and that's why they go on dating apps because they want to like talk behind the computer and then get to know someone, and then face to face they could feel comfortable.
Yeah, but you also got to be careful. Remember how I said about the lying part? People catfish like that. I mean, come on, they have a show about that.
Yes.
So it's like
Vanessa, did
I've
you
never,
get a
I've
lot
never
of
been, thank God.
catfish?
So
Actually, people thought I was a catfish.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, including my fiance.
Oh,
Yeah, not even
oh,
gonna like what I did is I posted a lot of pictures because black girls change their hair.
yes.
So I posted a lot of pictures with different hair, like my hair out natural, extensions, whatever. And like I posted nice pictures, all dolled up, but I also posted, dressed down pictures, and people thought I was a catfish. I have no clue why. I think I look pretty, like a
No, no one
normal
said
person.
you're not pretty. I think maybe because what you said of the different looks, so they're like, or maybe you look too good to be real, So like, nah, girl, like send me a video of you waving, it's
Pretty
just so
much.
I know that you're real. I also know from speaking to a lot of friends that the catfishing is on an all-time high now with
oh yeah,
so many men, and I guess many would say women as well. And I don't know, like I said, everyone is for somebody, and if you're going on this site, it's not fair to some people who are taking it serious, and
yeah,
you start
exactly.
talking to them, and which I don't know how in 2021 you don't tell someone like send me a live video, right? Or let's video chat. And these guys will be I had a friend and she said this guy was like, would you mind if our whole relationship was just, texting? She's like, what? I'm never gonna see you.
Nah,
That's crazy.
Or when guys be like, can I be your sugar daddy? But we'll never see each other. And then it's like, well, if I take money from you, am I going to jail? Like, like, is this a con? You know? So, okay, what happens? Like Vanessa was telling me, okay, maybe you may talk to like 40 different people and you probably only meet like 10. What's that about?
Um,
Any
uh,
of you?
People definitely present themselves like if you're talking to someone for like a little bit, people definitely, like Manny said, like people lie. They present themselves like in a different light. So it's kind of like the vibe is off.
Yeah.
So if the vibe is off, I'm going to stop talking to you. I'll block you, like whatever it is I'm going to do, like to get rid of you.
Why do you
And
think so many people also ghost people? Like, I remember like before Carl or somebody, even natural, like, you're talking and it's like, oh my God, this may be something. We're talking all the time. And then like after day 3, they're just, you don't even hear from them. Manny,
uh,
because you're a man, why do they do that?
every man speaks for himself. I don't speak for all of men. I'm just my own person at the end of the day. Um,
Has that happened
basically,
to you with a woman?
ghosted. No, I just asked, like, look, is this going somewhere? What's going on here? You can play 21 questions, but the thing is, my issue is that if I add you on, if I go on OK Cupid or Tinder or something like that, and we start talking through messages, then we exchange numbers, then we start talking through text, and then when we finally hang out, the same conversation that we were having through the phone, like through texting, doesn't transpire into in
Yeah.
person, then it's just like, oh hey, how's so you remember this time, and it's just like just a long awkward pause, and it's like, what happened to the person I was talking to through the text? Why
Right.
is this not? Where's the vibe? There's no vibe with it. So Basically, like, if things are not working out, just honestly, like, look, I'm not here to waste your time. You're not here to waste my time. Because as you get older, time is very valuable.
Correct.
And the thing is, you could be focused on one person, and then it's like, okay, that's the only person I'm talking to. Things are pretty
But
good.
that person's
But
focused on
then,
like,
exactly, it could be somebody else they're talking. And again, they're single, so they have every right to do whatever. But you, on the other hand, you also got to worry about yourself too, because at first, I had to talk with my cousin about that. And I said, don't start dating unless you're happy with yourself first. And put
of
yourself
course.
first at times. If you're not happy at the moment, like if you're not happy with yourself and you have to work on yourself, don't start dating, because then if you're just looking to get into a relationship because everybody else is, that's not going to work out. That's going to end up horrible. And then
Yeah.
you're going to
And we've
waste
had this
your
talk as
time.
well. I 100% agree. But what about the people who, okay, like you said, this person's talking to this person, but what if like a girl meets a guy and she really likes him and she doesn't know he's talking to whatever people and they're talking, their vibe is all right. And then all of a sudden, like, he goes to her, but you have to say, all right, I know this is a dating app, but that's also not fair. No, Vanessa, like, I don't
Um,
know if you went through that, but
I mean, I definitely got ghosted. Like I was supposed to meet up with someone and they radio silenced me like the day we were supposed to meet up. I mean, at the end of the day, that's fine. That's what they wanted to do. But for me, like transparency, like being
yeah.
honest is probably your best bet.
And that
Like
goes back to like what Manny said about the women hiding the kids. Just say it. Like, give me
exactly.
the chance to make the decision what I want to do. Don't get us all in entanglement, and then you tell me that, and then you look wrong
Exactly.
for saying like, I don't want to mess with you because you should have given me the chance from the jump. So, what are some do's and don'ts? So let me see. Let me ask okay, a guy or girl hits you up. Do you wait and play hard to get, or you talk to them on the spot?
I
not.
mean,
No,
sorry.
you go first.
You got
No, no, no,
just
Vanessa,
just
you go.
say do or don't.
Um,
Do you okay? So
Do
let me make it clear.
hit them up.
If somebody DMs you, do you wait a day or two so you don't seem thirsty, or you respond like the moment you see it, or when you have time? Is that a do or don't?
When you
do
Do
have time, hit them
respond.
respond
up.
or don't respond?
Do do respond.
Do.
We're adults.
Yeah.
We're at the end of the day, we're adults. Like, this is not these little kid games where we're in high school where it's like, oh, you write down a little letter, pass it to your friend, like, yo, pass it to her. See if she said if she'll go on a date with me and stuff like that. Obviously, the dating game has changed, so I would say yes, respond. What's the worst thing a person can say is no, and then that's it. You move on.
True.
Exactly. Like that's 1000%. Like we're not out here trying to play games. Like you're on that app to be serious. If someone's playing games, bye. Next.
Oh, okay. Do or don't. If someone after a day or two, you're talking to them, not even a day or two, someone starts talking to you after like 2 to 3 hours, and you're constantly texting back and forth in the message, what is
In
the
the
app?
app, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like an old person, right? The messenger, whatever that's called. And the person's texting you, and then they go, "Can we exchange numbers?" Only after like 2 or 3 hours. Less than 2 to 3 hours. Is that a do exchange numbers or don't?
I say do.
I say
At this
do
point,
too.
what do you have to lose at the end of the day if they don't text you back? If they don't reciprocate that same energy through the text messages from what they did in the app, and guess what? You just block them. That's really it at the end of the day.
On to the next. Okay, so what if you and that person are texting, and I think this happens to more to girls than guys, and you get, am I gonna get in trouble? And you get a photo that you didn't ask for.
Oh,
Do
the
you
DP.
continue the talk, or you're like, all right, you obviously they're after one thing, so it's a don't? No one.
Well, I don't really send. I don't send those. Honestly, that's just me.
Okay, but what if a
I'll
girl sends
probably.
you her body parts?
I was gonna be like, Dan, can we just meet up already? Like, come on, you can't be sending me this. I'd rather see that in person at the end of the day.
Vanessa, is that a do or don't? I mean, I'm talking about like 3 hours into the phone text.
Yeah, that's
Well,
definitely like it's adult for me. I
that
mean, like at least girls, they can put on a lacy bra, like, be all cute. Like dudes, it's just one part and then It's just theirs.
Yes.
I mean, I'm a guy. I'm gonna enjoy it regardless. But the thing is, does it match the face? At the end of the day, that's
True.
another thing. Again, you can get catfish with that. She can lie about that. So you know,
Okay. What if the person is 24 hours and you're texting and they start calling you babe and honey? Like, what are you doing? Why are you not talking to me? Is that a do block or do not block?
I think
I
it's a
was
proceed with caution.
yes. That means flags are up there and they're just waving it like, all right, I'm gonna need you to chill with the psycho vibes.
Yeah,
Yes. What
agreed.
if it's less than 48 hours and the person wants to meet up at his house or your house or her house or, is that a do meet or a do not meet?
Meet
Again,
maybe at a public space, not someone's
exactly.
house.
Hit up a cafe, grab some coffee or something,
But
or some
Manny,
bubble
what if
tea,
the
or
girl
some
sent
bubble
you the
tea.
photos and you said, don't be sending to me, let me see where it's at? Do you meet
Yeah,
at the house?
you still gonna meet me in public first, and then we can go back to the crib. That's it.
Okay.
You gotta be safe. I'm not trying to get jumped over here.
Agreed.
Sure.
I care about my safety.
Now, do you guys believe COVID has changed the dating apps and what people are looking for? Or do you think like social media has changed people and what they're looking for?
Both. Both of them have.
Vanessa?
Dating now. Oh yeah.
Sorry.
No, definitely both. Like I have friends that are still on dating apps and they say that COVID pretty much like shut down their dating lives, which is kind of tough.
Yeah. Manny?
It has. I mean, obviously, if you're not vaccinated, you're not gonna. It's gonna be restrictions. But
I feel
that's
like
again,
that's
that's
true. Like to
yeah.
me,
But there, I
people
mean,
who
there
are
are some
dates
people
and they
that
may
feel
not
that way.
have met someone. I'm like, do you say like we can hang out, right? But I'm not going to your house until like I know maybe you took a test, or unless I know you're vaccinated.
I mean, some people are like
Or
that.
some
For
people may
me,
not
I
even
don't. Yeah, I don't put if it's everybody's choice is their own. At the end of the day, if they want to get vaccinated, cool. If they don't, guess what? You still got to follow regulations at the end of the day, especially if we're in a public setting. Wear your mask. Now, if you have an issue with that, then guess what? On to the next. Like, I mean, what else can we
This
talk
is
about
the tagline
regarding
for
that?
for today. On to the next.
Yeah, just gotta keep it. Just gotta keep it moving. Like I said, time is precious.
I agree. Now, Manny, like you said, you are still, out there single. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for anyone who's watching?
uh, Again, good vibes. Good conversations
Don't
and stuff
lie
like that.
about if you have
But
children.
again, I mean, just be upfront because at the end of the day, you got my trust 100%. Like I said this in the first episode. I said if you 100% honest with me from the beginning, I'm gonna be honest with you regardless. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
Who are we to lie at the end of the day? Because even if you lie about one small thing, then what's gonna happen? Then it's just gonna start becoming bigger lies, and it's just gonna cause drama. Like I said, everybody's their own person, but that's just me at the end of the day. And they can catch these hands if any.
oh, okay. Second tagline: catch these hands. Vanessa, for people who may not believe that there is love in the dating app world, what would you say to them?
Um, I say definitely like keep trying. Definitely, like if something is off, just cut that person off immediately. If you're feeling someone, just keep talking to them. Like I know every female had their list, their dream list of guy or anything like that, but like take that list and
Shove
throw
it
it
up
the
your.
hell out. Yeah. I was about to say that, but
But you know what? Not really. But maybe times have changed. And I said this last week to my cousin Diane. I did a list of all the things that I wanted in a man. And I said, my next boyfriend will have at least 50 to 75% things on this list. Until then, I will just mess around and be a little. And legit, like less than a year, I met Carl. And he had 75% things on my list. So I think everyone is different, but be a little like conscious of your list because times have changed.
no, I definitely agree with that. And it's more so like be more open.
Yes.
Like just
And
saying
that's
like
Exactly.
oh
True.
yeah, I don't want like this type of dude. He has to be this tall. He has to look like this. Like
Adjust your standards.
exactly.
Yes.
You
Exactly.
know,
Well, that's another
maintain your
topic that I would like to
yeah.
have because I have a lot of girlfriends who have been arguing with Carl Coulange about this topic. Like, they believe, if I'm not physically attracted to someone, that's it. But Carl is saying, like, get to know someone and their personality, the way they treat you could captivate you in so many ways. But some people are like, I have to be attracted to that person.
Yeah, that's true. But again, it also depends on the person. You also have to have confidence in yourself.
Yeah,
Not cock. Don't misinterpret it for cocky. Don't be confident in yourself. If they tell you no, fine. It's okay to be told no once in a while. Because then you'll start getting yeses and stuff. It's
yeah,
you again. Keep it moving. Just keep. It's all about the vibes. That's it. All about the vibes.
agreed. And a beautiful looking couple is great. And you can have beautiful looking kids, but you don't know how he'll treat you, your family, or your kids down the road. So you got to look at those things too. And if he'll
Oh
also
yeah.
empty out his wallet for you. You know what I'm saying? Those are things. Oh man, he left us. Okay. Bye.
No, I didn't. I didn't leave. My cousin was calling me. I don't know why.
No
But
problem.
yeah.
So before we go, Manny, in case you have any girls that you were dating that will like flowers, please feel free to hit up Vanessa. Handler, please.
Sounds good. You have some scented geraniums? Uh, I mean, those are different types of plants. I used to work at the botanical garden, so I kind
Oh,
of know a
nice.
little bit of things.
You know what, Vanessa?
Um,
I wanted to ask you, do you do delivery besides in the Boston area?
I do deliveries. If it's a bigger, order, I'm trying to figure out how to ship flowers, but if it's like a larger scale, I'm
mm,
willing to travel definitely.
Okay, I need 10,000 roses by next week, New York.
Yeah, right.
put it on call. Put it on the sports hit list card.
Yes, put it on the sports hit list tab. We'll take care of it. Don't worry. You do what you got to do.
Debbie.
Carl's like, excuse me. He's watching right now. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm probably gonna be banned for a week.
Yeah, like, what did you tell her? It's called helping the family out, Carl.
Amen.
Always, always.
Well, Manny, it was always a pleasure to see you. I appreciate you for jumping in on this last minute.
Oh, by all means, I greatly appreciate you having me on as always.
Always. And Vanessa, I'm so
Yeah.
happy you found Dixon because God knows. Just a lot of fraud.
Congrats
Found
again.
her.
Congrats. You definitely enjoy it. And shout out to the sports hit list, Smoke and Mirrors,
The B show,
Falco Show,
Falco.
the B Show, of course,
Hey.
and what's the other one? Oh, Sports Hit List Wednesdays live at 4 o'clock. And
Pull
go
up.
Brooklyn, go Brooklyn.
Ah, can't hear that
Forget
right
the
now.
Boston Celtics. How about that?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
I
can't.
had to throw it in. I had to throw it in there. My
My heart.
condolences, Debbie, on the Heat. My condolences on the Heat. Debbie is all good. Don't worry about it. You're one of the few Heat fans I respect. Everybody else can go kick rocks.
Debbie, we're on vacation together.
All right, girl. You
Anyways,
Brooklyn needed this, so we'll let it slide. They don't have anything
I
else.
need this. Not Brooklyn. I need this. I've been suffering for 30 years. I need this.
Okay. Hashtag
Anyways,
need this.
much love. I wish y'all all the best and enjoy none but pure happiness. And
Thank
again,
you
never
so
forget
much.
it. Never forget about the vibes.
Yeah.
One love.
Never forget about the vibes. And if the vibes are scary,
In
go.
Cassie's hands.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I wanted to say for people who are dating or may watch this, always tell one person who you're going with and where you're going when
That's
you're meeting
definitely
up a
true.
stranger, especially women.
Yep. Definitely true.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And if you can, you take a photo of him on the side or something, and then you send it like, this is what he looks like. If he picks you up, you take a photo of the license,
Or just to be safer, have one of your friends accompany you, but like be like across the street or
Yes.
something
Be
with
like,
you.
girl, come with
Good
me.
idea.
Like, let's get there 10 minutes early, 20 minutes. And then you sit in the corner at the bar to just watch us. Or like if we go
Definitely.
to a hotel room or something, come with your friends so she could follow you to the room and like wait by the door for like 10 minutes. I'm sorry. I watch a lot of a lot of shows.
I feel like it's you're a fan of You, the show on Netflix.
Oh, big fan, yes.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yes. And I love the show something like For My Man. Like these women. All right, we'll talk about that off air. Okay.
Yeah, I'm off that.
Thank
Anyways,
you.
take care,
Thank you
guys.
so much, Manny. Thank you so much for Vanessa.
Always, always.
You're welcome.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
B.
Take
Thank
Love
care.
you.
you.
Love you.
Love you.
Oh, that was such a good little. That was a good vibe, right? I'm so happy for Vanessa. If you guys need to follow her, and also if you want to follow her personal page, so you can see the journey of her and Dixon. You know, sometimes as family members, you gain an in-law, and it's like, you know. But I'm very thankful for the people that my cousins have married. That all of us together is such a, like I mean, it's a great vibe, and I'm just so happy to welcome Dixon into our family and our crazy family, because when you can mix with us and everything it works out, it's even better. And I also want to give a shout out to my cousin-in-law, Christian Latham. He is one of the coolest cousin-in-laws that I have. Um, and it's so good when you can see your girl cousin loved and treated with the respect and the honor that they deserve, you know, because us Haitian queens, we deserve it all right, so it is cutting close, and we're gonna do a quick sports talk with our guy, Anthony, who's, I don't know who's in more trouble lately. Is it him or Falco? If you watch the sports hit list, so let's welcome him. I don't even know what he's wearing. I'm just so nervous. All right, here we go. Okay, I like the shirt. We're connecting to audio. He did not connect to audio. I can't hear you, but I like your shirt. Mama say the makusa. Can you hear me? Connected to
Yes,
audio.
now I
I
can.
said I was scared for what you were going to be wearing or what the background is, but I really like your shirt. I said,
Thank you, thank you.
you're welcome. Welcome to the B show. This is your first time by yourself?
Nothing is better than your background, though, as we know, as we
Obviously.
know, as we know.
I wanted to bring you onto the show because I've been watching the sports hit list lately, and I just love someone that gets everybody fired up, you know?
Indeed, I try. I try.
We'll
I don't
talk
know
about
why.
that towards the end. But I love a bad boy. So I figured let's have Anthony, you know, you're with the ish.
Not
And
me.
we'll talk about why right now you are sports list. What are they? Most wanted.
I'm on the most wanted hit list of the
Yeah,
sports hit list.
it was Falco, but there was, I don't think there's anyone who has ever made the creator, the host, the moderator of the show yell like he was a high school teacher all over again. So
You know that's my guy.
we will discuss that. Right now, let's talk some sports because it's so crazy right now in the NBA. Right? Okay, first,
Fact.
your team is playing tonight. If they don't make this, baby, they out. And that's not usual for the Lakers. Right?
Cool. You know, it's a weird season, but you know
I
we
know Miami's
pushing
out.
through it.
Knicks was in. It's crazy right now.
All right, I'm gonna agree.
Don't play me.
But nah, I got you.
What
But definitely, it
what
was
do the Lakers have to do to win tonight?
well tonight for sure. We have to execute for one. That's just doesn't matter who it is.
Hold on.
So they have to. I'm
Let's
sorry.
let's wait till the whatever the sirens pass. I know you probably in the hood, so you know.
Actually, I am not. No, but basically, we just have on all like on defense. We have to be the Lakers. That's what we're known for. Our style of defense, our tough defense, and hopefully we get a present and a hobbled CP3, being that AD might not play. So it's really it depends on that. If AD plays, we can hopefully he has enough where we can go through him, or LeBron, take over and AD just facilitates as far as like, does his thing and let LeBron, be the main guy and score 40 and 13 or whatever he has to do. But we
What
just
do
have to
you
win.
think? I mean, I know
We
you're a
have
Lakers
to
fan.
win.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. We're going to win and we have to win. Doesn't matter how we have to channel that Kwame. That's what we're gonna do. Definitely
The
channel the
Kwame
Kwame
energy.
Brown energy. Yes,
And
and
if
we're
you
gonna
don't
win.
win, just let me know. We'll send a private plane for you, and you could
There's
just
no
join.
such thing. There's no other option.
We're on
There's no.
vacation. Celtics, Miami, Knicks, me, Ziggy, Carl. You know we all chill together. Come on.
I won't be seeing y'all for a few months. We got another chip to get.
I don't
Won't be
know,
seeing
bro.
y'all for a few months.
I'm just saying. Now, what will happen if the Lakers don't win?
Lakers don't win. We go
Who do you
fishing.
think the blame will go on?
I don't think there's any blame. Like I said, it's just been a weird season. Of course, as it was obvious, we've been riddled by injuries and different things like that. So it's nothing to really blame on anybody. It's just, what happened. If we lose, that's just what happened. And like I said, we, pick ourselves back up and get back to it. Next year is another year.
I want to record this moment. So if they do, I don't want to hear
Mhm.
nothing.
There's nothing to say. That's
No
all. That's all of
tears,
it.
no anger. You
It
show
won't.
your face.
How
You
is it
show
going
your
to be?
face.
Oh, definitely. I always show up. I'm
Okay.
gonna be here. I'm gonna be here always.
Because
You
that
know
would
why
be
I'm
some
here.
big thing if the Lakers are out. They're supposed to be the number one hitters on the East Coast, West Coast. Oh, okay. See? What coast?
Nah, so
What coast are we on the West Coast?
West. Yeah, on the West. Right.
Yes.
But it's like I said, it's all good. I'm here, as everybody knows right now. I'm taking my usual vacation on social media and Facebook jail. So that's why people haven't been seeing me active
Oh, you're
on
taking your
social
usual
media.
vacation, not
Yeah,
because of
unfortunately,
shows.
I'm a habitual offender as far as like when it comes to So I get long terms and everything like that. So yeah, you know.
I
So right
figured
now,
because nobody's been sharing my ish. All right.
you
So the
I
Knicks
always
are
do.
out of the playoffs, but I feel like we have to give them a round of applause for even making it this far. Like you said, it was a crazy season, right? Shout out to Ziggy. We
Yeah,
got to
now the
give them
Knicks did.
some kind of props.
Nah, for sure. The Knicks did their thing. They, props to them. They what was they, the number 4 seed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they made them like number
I'm
4 seed.
seeing
Props to them. But to their fans.
I don't know. I'm not here.
See, they was talking all of that junk. We want to go to Brooklyn and all of that. If you want to go to Brooklyn, tell them to take the A train to
Oh,
when you get off at what is it, 34th Street, then take the A train, get off at J Street, and then walk, and then to get to the Barclays. That's the only way they get into the Barclays at the moment.
oh, they can take
Okay.
the Long Island Railroad. Tell
No,
me.
no, I don't want the short way, the long way. Walk
Oh,
from J Street, not even Hoyt and Skimmerhorn or anything like that. From J Street.
okay.
Walk. Yeah.
A lot of people were mad at Spike Lee for leaving the game early because he's basically
Wasn't
the Knicks mascot, and they felt like he should have ride it out. But as a big Knicks fan, I think he was just so upset. He was just so
uh,
upset that he just had to like go.
yeah, he's the number one Knicks fan, there is. So of course, emotionally he was, spin most likely. So he was just over it, of course, and why not beat the traffic,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lose and be stuck in traffic, nah.
What do the Knicks have to do? You know what I thought about when they made it this far? I'm like, Carmelo Anthony. He's been how long he was on that team and nothing never made, and he's probably like, yo, really? This honestly, and then I was thinking, like, is it him? Right? Like, how did they make it this far?
Now, I understand, but it's because, like I said, because of the season that it was, which is a real wacky season. You had, COVID, people out because of protocols, and like I said, it was just the condensedness of, the season was condensed in the sense it was what 70 something games, and it started a month after the finals, pretty much. Like, it was just a very, very, crazy season. But like I said, all props to the Knicks. Ha ha to the Knicks fans. But no, all props to the Knicks and for what they did. People
What do
people
you
are
think they
saying,
need to do to make sure this happens again next year?
stay the course. Don't do anything crazy. Stay the course, and
And just try
you
to
know,
repeat what you did, but
how you
better.
doing? Huh?
Just try to repeat what they did this year, but better.
Indeed. Hopefully they might pick up a, free agent, or somebody might want to get traded there, whatever the case may be. You
Yeah.
never know. They put themselves back on the competent map. Let's
So
hope they stay there.
a big hot topic in the NBA, which has crossed over to all different platforms, not just the sports world, is the fans who are taking basketball maybe a little bit too serious, and some are using that it could be maybe a racial thing as well. I saw Carl talked to me and I was just like, popcorn is not that bad. Like, get over popcorn. And then it went
No,
from
it's
someone
bad.
spitting on someone, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I think I saw another one with someone like somehow making it onto the floor. And that's where I'm like, okay, now your safety, and definitely with COVID, do not spit on me. Do not come near me. I don't want to flicker. Keep your 6 feet respectfully, and thank you. What do you think needs to be done so that this cannot keep occurring?
Well, they're already taking measures, and unfortunately, as far as like with the fans, it's not always in the NBA. There's not always been this, blatant. There's a lot of people are saying, well, I was saying blatant disrespect, but there has in ways as far as like people saying things and doing. Of course, we know the malice in the palace or whatever the case. Like, so we've seen fans do these type of things, but it's because of of course, fortunately, the NBA is now taking stronger measures and are, locking people up. I kind of hope and wish that Trey Young would press charges against that guy who spit on him, but
Yeah, me too.
he took the high road, and basically now that things like that are happening, I believe all of these fans having the goal to actually start trying to assault the players or whatever, because they thought that nothing would happen at max. They probably thought they'd be banned and different things like that. But now that they know that actual jail time and more repercussions will occur, then I believe it's going to cease.
And what you said is completely true, because if that was me or you who spit on someone else, or vice versa, you can go to jail.
That's assault.
Right.
That's assault.
So they're very lucky that he didn't want to press charges, but the cops may want to do it anyway.
Yeah, but I don't know if they will, but like I said, I believe people are getting the message. That
do you think that the reason why this is happening is because it's a racial issue, or it's just fans who are getting a little excited and over jealous, or just fanatics?
Well, you always have to, of course, think about that. Like that's always maybe a factor. Of course, we don't know these people, so we can't say what was in their heart or what was their motive and different things like that. They could have just been fanatics, and how a lot of fanatics are. You're the enemy for real, like, and they might get upset, and instead of leaving early, now they're trying to throw like who was it? The Cavaliers were getting batteries and different things thrown at them, but it wasn't blown up. It wasn't really blown up because LeBron was the villain, and we understand because that's fans' emotions, and that. But no, it shouldn't have been tolerated then. But now, like I said, that supplemented the things that are happening now. But fortunately, there are higher repercussions for those things happening.
Someone just wrote in the comments, Joel, that Melo made it to the second round in 2013. Hey, Joel, it's 2021. We're not talking about the past.
Hold on one second.
Just saying. Are you putting me on hold? Excuse me?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I thought you said hold on a second. I'm like, bro. What the
No, not you. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So make people see my other side here. Okay.
Nah, I'm not trying.
So, we can't talk about basketball unless I ish on the Boston Celtics. There's no other team that I hate more than the Lakers, than the Boston Celtics. The reason why I hate the Lakers, I don't know if you know, is because when they played against Sacramento Kings and they beat them. Chris Webber is what year was that? If you're a real Lakers fan, what year was it that they made it to Game 7 and Chris Webber lost? What year?
That was 2001?
I think so.
Yeah.
That was like the saddest day of my life.
No, I think that was it was probably 02.
It was like 0203 when I think
O2.
about
O2.
it. If you're watching this in the comments, oh, someone has tether in. That was like the saddest. First of all, I can hear myself. The ghetto. If you're gonna come in,
can you hear me?
We can.
Unfortunately.
All right. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna put myself down here so I could be the mediator.
No problem.
There's a lot of things that has been going on the sports hit list with you two.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, you made my guy so upset that I thought he was yelling at a student. And then also he pulled the number one tantrum line that a parent says to their kid, "'Cause I said so." Yeah. I just want to know, where do we go from here, guys?
There's nowhere to go. You can't have a basketball conversation. It's simple. Like, you can't have a simple basketball conversation. He has to have his emotions in there, and he can't keep it in check to talk about basketball. That's the problem. And until he can accept that,
that is a lie.
First of all,
he tried to set me up.
This is my show, and there's something that's gonna go do this. Mute. That's what we'll do. Okay, so when you both are talking and I want to be heard, we will mute you. That's one. Second of all, I can't have a show with the Kwame energy in the background, sir. And this is what Carl is talking about. I just want to say, Carl, as someone who, you muted yourself.
I was waiting for you to unmute me. I was being respectful.
Oh, okay. For somebody who, Anthony, can you unmute yourself? Oh, God. Okay. So for somebody, Carl, I'm responding to what you just said. You are a diehard sports fan. He's blocking you. You are a diehard sports fan, Carl. There are many times that when you and I are talking, and I know this much about sports, you don't let me get a word in. And sometimes people say they can't even talk to you about, like, okay, my sports is politics. Mm-hmm. My sports is politics. And you say you don't like talking to me about politics because I don't let you get a word in. And I go hard. So you can't say that to him if you are the same as, you know. And also,
can I reply?
Exactly.
Have Anthony on the show for that hit factor of yelling. And I just feel, unfortunately, it just now you're getting the end of it.
Can I speak on that point?
Wait, you had your chance. Now let Anthony speak.
Yes. Now, like said, yesterday was all about the collusion against me, you know, being able to face these people who was able to try to save Stephen Curry after this superstar, who's the most coddled superstar in probably the history of the NBA, was not treated as such, which is a superstar. So my whole point is, every time this happens, every time he's not treated accordingly, every time things aren't in its proper perspective, I always point it out and I try to hold him up to the standard. But also what I say is, if y'all aren't going to hold him to that standard, then stop calling him certain things. Stop when everything is okay saying he's the greatest thing or he's gonna do certain things. Like, no, he's not built like how you think he's built or whatever the case. And as far as yesterday, and that was just how we got to yesterday. And then as far as yesterday with Carl and blowing up and stuff, that's their excuse. Their excuse is always not to attack my points, but to try to attack, you know, big Kwame energy, but try to attack the person. That's what they always do. They can never attack my points. They claim I don't have basketball conversations and different things like that. But as you witnessed yesterday, people will run and dodge and hide and everything to not address my points or my questions that I'm addressing, because they know that I'm right. So now it must go to, oh, he's just being emotional. Oh, he's not having a basketball conversation. Oh, he just doesn't like this person. They even went as far as to say, I don't like light-skinned people.
Oh my God.
but this is what goes on when you're him. And I understand it. And I like it. And I love it. And I want some more of it. Go ahead, Carl.
Carl, did you guys say that he doesn't like light-skinned people?
You have to understand the history of this debate.
Answer my question, please, sir.
I'm going to answer your question.
So answer it.
See, they never answer questions. They never answer questions.
Anthony, Carl,
this is what happened.
It's just a question. Did you guys say it's a yes or a no? It's clear.
Yes.
Now, why did you say that? Because as Black people, that is a problem. That we are saying things like that against.
Are you going to let me?
It was more so a joke. It wasn't.
I'm not speaking unless somebody else is talking. Sorry.
First of all, this is not the Sports Hit List, it's the B Show. So if I ask a question, you should answer it. I did answer your question, but you're not letting me answer it though. You asked me why, and then you started to speak. So don't play yourself. I asked you a question, you answered it, so then I speak. That's how a conversation goes. I understand that. This is not a monologue. Follow-up question, and you didn't let me answer it. This is not your show. There's no follow-up question. You asked me 2 questions. You asked me. Did you say it? You said yes. I said yes. Then you asked me why, and you didn't let me answer. You didn't let me answer. I was speaking. Now you go. That's how it works. As I was saying, I know how it works. You on your show where you like to yell and scream. I know how questions because you feel if you yell and scream, people won't listen to you. Go ahead. The reason why we say that is because this debate with Anthony has been going on for years. Since 2015, 2014, since Steph was labeled the best player in the league since he won his unanimous MVP, which Anthony didn't agree with. Anthony doesn't like to give you context to this story. This dates back. It's not something that's been drummed up in 2021. We've had 3 debates about this topic. He had one with Mike Miller in studio. He had another one with Ray Jarvis last year. And last night and yesterday, he didn't tell you how he strong-armed me because I asked him, again, he wants to get public. I will tell the public the truth. Yesterday when I was booking the show, no, I'm not finished. Let me speak. I booked the show normally on Tuesdays. I start thinking about who am I going to have on the segment. I deliberately asked Anthony, I said, would you like to be on the basketball panel? His reply was, who's going to be on it? I said, answer the question. That's not what I asked you. So knowing him, he was not going to come on. And he deliberately said he wasn't going to come on unless Ray Jarvis and Mike Miller were on the show so he can say what he had to say. So therefore, I had to make another segment at 5:15 asking Mike and Ray to come on so Anthony can say what he needs to say. Okay, I literally told him that I'm not discussing it anymore. So therefore, after all these years of him backlashing against Steph, not admitting that Steph was the best player in the league, Steph is a 2-time back. He never has been. He has this. Wait, can we say something? Hold on, wait, time out. He has the individual accolades. He has the championships. But according to Anthony, he's not built like that. So therefore, he has everything checked off. So we don't still understand why he's not built like that. So.
Now you see how they just call him the best player in the league and how they don't treat him as such. Because if LeBron lose tonight, y'all gonna kill him, and y'all ain't say nothing about stuff. Go ahead, Doug.
Okay,
go ahead.
I would like to say, Carl, if he hit you up, right, and he said to you, "Oh, I'm only coming on the show if this, that in person," as the executive producer of the Sports Hit List, why did you not say, "Bro, I don't know what energy you're trying to bring. I don't think so." Because Anthony makes it very difficult to, as the executive producer, I made the decision to just, it was either 2 options. If I don't let him on, he was going to drag this on forever. And Anthony will troll and drag this on forever. And you know who he is. So he's either I was boycotting too. Him, so shout out to it's true. He was going to drag this on until probably the end of time, A, or B, just bite the bullet, allow him to come on and get his 15 minutes of fame and say what he needs to say, and then go home. So I took the ladder and I allowed him to go on there, say 15 minutes, and now I'm done with it because I'm not talking about Steph Curry anymore with him. That's it.
Okay, so it was Deb. Speaking of backstory.
Okay, Carl, you made your bed and now you got to lay in it, Anthony.
Speaking of backstory now, right? This is the backstory on why I had to go to those measures. Because again, had Steph made the playoffs, I would have been on a certain segment. So these guys can say, like as Mike said, it would have been dark and all of this and that. So they can say, I told you so because you're a Steph hater. Steph made the playoffs, this and that. But unfortunately, somehow, because he didn't make the playoffs, I was left off of a few shows. And sorry.
Carl, while he's waiting.
And Carl thought that he was gonna try to stretch me out so that way once I get back on and start talking my stuff, that it was gonna seem like, oh, I'm just coming out of nowhere with this Steph talk and all of this and that. No,
I have
no,
an
no,
answer to
no,
that,
no.
by the way.
I'm gonna get these jokes off, okay? They're gonna get this work. And he was not going to deny me that. And there was collusion from the whole Steph Club to keep me out of that. And so I had to use the only power that I had and protest.
Now, Anthony, do you feel that you were used for entertainment and now they're
I
trying to
hope
say
so.
that you're the crazy one?
I hope so.
Carl?
What's the question? I'm sorry. I don't know what the question is.
This is very different from when you host your
Was-
show. Your energy
was I-
right now, your vibes, it's
No,
very...
because I don't feel like getting into it. There's no point. I already know, like,
But-
Anthony's gonna try to dance around the entire topic.
No,
There's point in trying to
she
speak.
just asked, was I
Were you
just
on the
used
show?
as
Did you want him on the
entertainment?
show because you really wanted to finish this 3-part finale, or you wanted to use him as entertainment?
No, they really didn't
No,
want to
I
do
wanted
this.
to
That was
finish
my
it because,
point.
again, people have contacted me and told me, and literally you will see in the comments that this is stupid. Like, legit, like, people are commenting in the comments that they're literally saying, like, his whole take and this whole thing is basically going
Okay,
nowhere.
so if you
There's
knew...
not
It was stupid. That's why I didn't want a segment. I never wanted a segment.
So then why did you get on it? If you didn't want to be part of it, you wanted to end it. Like, how did this...
Because, again,
No.
he was doing. He had to get on there. He knew what he was doing.
I got yes, because that was my only opportunity I was
and the other
given
part, and the
to
other
talk
part
my
is
junk.
it's a lie when he said that, oh, I left them off of segments. First of all, when they got eliminated, I did a pre-show to the first round. It wasn't about Steph Curry. Ray Jarvis took it upon himself, and he said what he said. So I can't basically
everybody
tell people
talked
what
about
to say
it.
or not to say. That's number one. Number two,
everybody
the following
talked
week,
about
I'm not
it.
finished yet. You're not letting me finish.
I'm sorry, you're right.
The following week, we did a show. I didn't put him on because, again, I had him on the previous week. Again, being the EP, and no disrespect, my contributors know this, it is very difficult juggling all these contributors. And I do the very best I can to get everybody in so they can get in what they have to say.
That's
so
why you gotta have a single woman show called the Bay Show. And
I do the very best I can. So therefore, him saying that I left him off, I didn't leave him off because he was on the week before. I juggle contributors. This is known in the Hitler streets for years.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Not everyone's on the same week. So what's the problem?
I feel like Ziggy's been on continuously.
Right? See, everybody's been on, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. He was trying to
I'm just saying, don't. I watched the show. There's some people that I've seen back to back. So don't.
Now he's trying to. Right.
So now I'm trying to do what?
Now you're trying to
Anthony's
act like
basically saying he doesn't get his airtime, right? But meanwhile, he has his own segment called.
I never asked for airtime.
What, say again?
So the time I never asked for airtime. So the time I do, now I'm being denied. It's collusion.
You got it
yesterday. It's collusion. I had to protest.
But yesterday's airtime, you got. This is all I want. Is for you both.
He just admitted that I had to protest just to get that airtime.
I just want you both to be real. Carl, you had him on the show to close this little segment on. You know he's a clickbait. You know people would watch because sometimes he says the dumbest things and people watch just to argue and you like it.
And he curses.
However, okay, we're getting to the deep on the bottom.
Hold on, somebody cursed me out and he didn't say nothing.
Oh. What? Did he use a term that's not supposed to be used? Because I don't know
yes,
if I
he
can
did.
my wife's show.
He did.
Can I or no?
No, he did use it.
I
it was
know
words.
the term that
he did
extra word to it. The term I said is a name, actually, and I can use it. It's actually,
but not in the context
it's a name.
Used it.
Yes, it is. I was talking about a nickname of Richard. That's what I was talking
about.
That's not how you used it. What are you talking about?
That's not how you used it.
Yes, I did. You can't tell me how I was using it. Just like the CCC or whoever controls. Yeah, that's what it was. Nothing to bleep out. I was using it in that context.
Anthony, I heard what you said. Don't pee
I'm
on
just
me.
saying. Okay, but listen to what I said, right? And the other person put what is it? Oh yeah, Ryder on the other side of that, and Carl didn't say anything. Why not, Carl? Huh?
He said he said that on the live, like you did.
On the live, yes.
Pull the tape.
All right.
I mean, you guys, at the end of the day, nothing's worse than somebody pooping on camera and not flushing their hands and eating pizza. So
right?
Them
What's a little
saying,
cursy curse nowadays?
A genital part is not as bad as that dusty
And it
guy.
wasn't
It's okay
that.
because
It was
that debate is
Richard. It was
locked
a
up in the Hitler's vault.
nickname for
I'm not
Richard.
talking about it anymore. It's done. I'm not
All
talking
right,
about it.
I just want to know, as the mediator, where do we go from here?
Nothing. As I said in the beginning,
nothing. Yeah,
Anthony can't have basketball discussions. We know this already. It's simple, and I'm not the only person who says it, so it doesn't matter.
They're gonna keep making excuses. I just had to get that off. Now that I got it off, like
So now you're not gonna have him talk about basketball at all, or just Mr. Curry?
Of course he
no,
is.
No more Mr. Curry. He could talk about basketball. Just no more Mr. Curry. No more.
I never wanted to keep continuing to talking about it.
Yes, you did, because you strong armed me into a segment. Yes, you did.
No, that's only because y'all tried to collude.
Producer.
You tried to save them.
I don't like you saying that. I need you to take accountability that nobody can strong arm you into doing anything on your show.
That what?
You hear me? We're 5 feet apart. You're in the living room. I'm in your room.
Again, as the executive producer, you have to make a decision. Are you going to allow Anthony to be a troll for the rest of the year? Again,
trust me, it'd have been bad. It'd have been bad. It would have been bad.
Anthony is a troll in person. He's a troll in the group chat. He's a troll in the private chat. He's a troll through email. He's a troll through regular mail. He's a troll any way, shape, or form. We know this. Nothing has changed over the last 8 to 9 years. So he would have continued going on and on and on and on and on until I broke. So I made the decision to give him the 15 minutes, and now I'm not talking about it anymore.
And look what happened.
Greatness happened. We got a greatness out of it, right?
You know, it's like a father who has a child, and you spoiled him and let him keep going, and now you try to pull the belt out, bro.
Call no, I'm his spoiled son. He better not.
The biggest parent phrase.
You better not raise your hand at me. I'll call ACS.
Call ACS. I don't care.
You better not.
Okay. So we have come to the conclusion that, Carl, when it comes to Mr. Curry, don't ask him to be part of the show. And Anthony, when Carl says to you, you can't come on the show, you do what you need to do, and you call Smoky Mirrors or the B Show.
I just had to kneel right quick, just to because they were trying to freeze me out.
Don't you notice that the Smoky Mirrors hasn't invited him back on again? Don't you realize that?
Had to kneel.
Well, you don't got to bring somebody down, Carl.
I'm just being honest. They haven't invited him back on their show. Don't you realize that?
Ziggy.
Not everybody likes being wrong, you know.
But you know what? Anthony's never wrong. That's another problem. He's never wrong.
No, I'm just right a lot.
Oh, sure.
All right. We need Anthony to get out of Facebook jail so you can start sharing our stuff. That's a need and a want.
Y'all send me some books and stuff, you know what I mean? Put some on my commissary and all that. You know what I mean?
I tried to send the money in the commissary. It's not working to get them out. So I don't know.
So we have come to the conclusion, right?
What's that?
What's up?
That the Curry conversations are
Listen,
done.
Anthony, you know that you have like that annoying cousin that you're just like, damn, yo, I love this guy, but he's annoying. That's Anthony. That's who he is. He's the annoying cousin that comes to dinner late.
You fed him. How many people have come on the show before you had this platform? When you were just recording in St. Francis, I was with you guys shooting in the gym. How many people have said I cannot come back on this show if Anthony's here? And Carl, you loved it. You loved the clickbait.
Yeah, but you know what? Now it's my turn. I got it now.
Let me talk. However, it has now backfired to you. And now you're like, I'm done. This should have been stopped from the get-go. This guy was at our house last month and kept calling Alexa, what was the damn name?
Babylon.
So I was like, shut the hell up. And he kept saying like someone's listening into our conversation.
I thought that was the name of the Babylon team. Was Babylon. I thought you just say Babylon. Turn on the music and then the music to play. I'm sorry.
You know that. So you wanted the views, you got the views. Now
and no, this is and also let's get at Joe Jackson. Also, you the one who had me in the living room doing all the moonwalks and all of that or whatever. I didn't ask to be this dancer. You gave it to me and stuff like that. So now
so it's my fault now.
Yes, it's your fault. You shouldn't have gave me the talent, Dad. It's your fault.
I agree.
It's your fault. Your
This is
fault.
unbelievable. Whatever.
I just
Your
want us to
fault.
have a kumbaya moment and for everyone to
Right.
realize
Ain't no kumbaya moment. He's a Flaker guy. I don't care about him.
He's
Tell me-
mad his team is on vacation. That's what's wrong
You
with
about
him.
to join
He
me
be
in
all
about
right.
a couple
he's
hours.
about
So
to
it don't
join
matter.
us in about 3.3 minutes. I told him the private jet's gonna fly back to pick him up.
I can already
Me
hear the
no
excuses
say.
right now. Oh, AD didn't play.
Me no
Oh,
say.
it was a bad year. It was a COVID. You know what, Deb? He already had the excuses on the wall while he was talking to you. Oh, it was an
You didn't hear
unusual
me say
year.
that? You didn't hear me tell him I don't want to hear now one excuse why they didn't make it.
Because guess
Same
what?
energy.
Last year that he had on tape, he said, "Oh, the Lakers are going back-to-back champions. Oh, we're going to win the championship back-to-back. We're gonna
Big facts, and that still stands.
You a
All right,
Big
let's
facts,
get
and that
into
still
pumpkin tonight.
stands.
I don't think
That
so,
still
Carl.
stands.
Carl, I'm with you on that one. Now, Anthony, you got two coulanges on you, and I agree with my husband on that one. If they lose tonight, you got to keep the same energy.
No, but you set me up.
Not a
You
good
asked
year.
me. You asked me in reference to if they lost. You set me up, but as I told everybody, we're not
Now
going to
I
lose.
set you up. Now
You set me up. Collusion with y'all two. It was collusion.
I told
It was
you. I told
collusion.
you.
there's
Y'all
a,
collude.
there's a difference between Carl and I. There's this thing on the options on Zoom where you can say like exit out the person. Right?
I did that to him yesterday.
No, why you ain't do it to Deb when she was yelling on you, huh? Why you ain't do it to
Sleep
Deb when
next to
she
me.
was yelling
He
on you?
sleep next to me, bro. Come on, he know better. He know better. He ain't gonna do that. Come on now. This is the B show. B stands for multiple things. You decide.
Which B? Tell him like Hole said, 3 B's. Whole lot.
Well, guys, I just wanted to make us all come together. You know, we're a team. We're just missing our little friend Ziggy on the bottom, but you know, he's on vacation, like me and Carl are, you know, and we're waiting for you, Aunt. Tell us, you know, we'll get the chopper to pick you up, okay? We'll see you
Big
tonight or
fact.
tomorrow morning.
Nah, we're gonna be in there tonight. I'm
You're
in
gonna
there.
be tonight? All right, Carl, you heard
Yeah.
him, right?
I'm in
Lakers
there.
will lose, so he'll join us on our vacation tonight.
I'm in there.
Anthony, it was so great to have you.
No,
on.
I'm just joining y'all for drinks so I could go back to
No.
the
You
second
said you're
round.
gonna come. You said that. So, Carl,
I thought you was inviting me to a party.
This is being recorded, so when they lose tonight, we can have
they're not
some
gonna
footage
lose.
that Anthony said he's gonna join us
I
tonight.
said after we win, I'm gonna come join y'all for a drink so we can talk about the win.
Well, I just want to let you know in the comments, everyone is loving Anthony, Carl.
Yeah, they always like the
because I'm
person who's
him.
wrong.
I'm him.
He's the class
I'm
clown.
him.
He's the
Stop
hippest
it.
clown. He's a clown.
Stop
That's
it.
why.
I'm him. That's why.
Well, we got class clown, teacher's pet, and best looking. Guys, this is the sports hit list. Thank you. Oh my God, the sports hit list. Well, technically it is, right? This is the sports hit list presents the B show. I'm here with Dumb and Dumber, and I just wanted to make sure we can all come together because at the end of the day, this is what we're all, like I said, we're all missing is Ziggy because this is our foundation.
It's all love.
This is our family, and tune us next week because we have a big announcement. Carl, tell your brother you love him.
I don't.
Say it.
Carl,
Say it.
tell him you love him.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Carl, you always say something may happen. You have to tell the people you love.
So you gotta use that against me now? Fine. I
love him. You love him.
Hold on.
Oh,
I can't hear you.
He couldn't hear you.
I can't hear you. No, I couldn't
Say
hear
louder for the people in
no,
the back.
No, he did hear me.
I love you too, bro.
I'm not saying it again.
You see, this is what Deborah Voltaire Coulage does.
I'm leaving now. Together. Have a good day.
Oh, he's mad. East Coast and West Coast. Love you guys. Peace out.